In 1972, Finnish psych rockers Kalevala released their first of 3 albums, People No Names, and from it, the track Escape from the Storm. Already kind of a smoldering sound. I like the sounds that we got going on here. We got that kind of explosion, and we got the cymbals kind of like giving us some drizzle, then that. I'm almost picturing like a volcano or something, like lava. Lava, smoke, fire, steam, and then that guitar part, like sparks flying. Or since this is a storm, maybe I should be picturing like a twister or a hurricane. I like that really circular bass, like kind of like jerky, kind of angular bass line, and the way the guitar's interacting with it. Okay, now we got 3 layers, 3 melodic layers, yeah. Yeah, 2 guitars going on. Yeah, here that guitars that bass line's being flanked by both ends. Then that that C, just the like closed cadence feel of this. It suddenly like rises up to, oh, just. E minor. I love how that one guitar on it kind of like feels like it's on my left is giving us this really staccato, while the other one is kind of playing like more sustained leads, and then kind of going into these like smoldering chordal shards, kind of adding sort of a fractious element, both surrounding that bass line. And then the real like jerky kind of like locked groove feel of this right here, where they go into C, and it's like the bass is like kind of like doing the octaves, I think. Okay, now the guitar on my left is giving me kind of a fuzzy sound, and the guitar on the right kind of more of like a wah 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 type sound. Now I think I'm hearing some Leslie effects. And kind of like a harmonic sounding tone, although some kind of like effect where it kind of gives you that kind of glowy harmonic tone. I gotta say, both guitarists in this band are very creative with their use of pedals for the time period. I can tell that this band, unlike a lot of bands from the time period who were more concerned with just like virtuosity and interplay, this band cared as much, if not more, well, as much about equally about the sound, the tones, and just using lots and lots of like sound color and through pedals and stuff. Oh, now I like the kind of more like running cadence we got going here. Yeah, the with the bass and the the bass is like going like up and then back down and up again. Like yeah, it's boom 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 boom. Oh, and the guitar on this side anyways got like faster and just playing along more fluidly. Oh, and here the guitar on this one's giving us some little like little like cleaner like fluid notes. Actually, the guitar on this side is giving us kind of like a one note solo, while this one kind of does more of a circular pattern. Or as it scales, kind of going down the fretboard. And now we got, it sounds like a bit of palm matting there. It's kind of like a technique that Kansas would use later in the decade. Like lots of these really clean, kind of like palm matted at times, like fugue-like figures on a guitar, like interlocking with like a similar pattern kind of on a lower octave, like on the bass, and then maybe the keyboard, like all kind of like interlocking on this like fugue-like pattern, like I'm thinking like circa 1976, 77, Point of No Return, that era. Yeah, we got three it's such the counterpoint here is amazing. Three different elements just kind of like playing, complementing one another and creating this really like harmonic component. This like doom 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 doom, like on the bass, like. Okay, now I think in this section, it's like the guitarist on the right that usually plays like the cleaner, more staccato bits, is giving us that kind of like fractious, fuzzy, smoldering riff, while the guitar on this side is giving us those kind of like wah, kind of like acid toned, like soloing, and yeah, this section is like the ultimate earworm of the track. The drumming pattern here, once again, I'm reminded a little bit of "Time Will Be Your Doctor" by Fuzzy Duck, in that drumming, and that's not the first song I've said that about that I've done recently from this period. That's basically the chorus of the track, yeah. I'm wondering what that is supposed to represent in terms of the events that this music is supposed to like portray. Yeah, that is Escape from the Storm by Kalevala from their 1972 album People No Names. Yeah, one of several great Finnish debuts from that year. That was also the year that Hikara released their first of two albums. And yeah, and anyway, yeah, got a lot of talent in this band. I guess I'll go through it as let's see. Matti Kurkinen played electric guitar, acoustic guitar, and Leslie guitar. So I guess the guitarist I was hearing in that, although I didn't really hear any acoustic on this, though I didn't. And let's see, bass guitar by Lido Salonen. I'm looking for the other guitarist here. Don't tell me there's only... Huh, if all the guitar work I heard on that track was by Matti Kurkinen, then there must have been quite a lot of overdubs done on this. One guest plays acoustic guitar on another track. Let's see. Oh, another guest on this album is Olli Ahvenlahti. Yeah, who's also played on the Juka he played on that album, and he played on that Uno Somo record, I think, from 1970. Uno Sono, yeah. And I've ended up talking about him in a few of the recent videos. Let's hear another track from this album, one with lyrics, kind of folksy. Lady with the Veil. I like that Spanish guitar right at the beginning, and trying out, like, call and response between that and that really crisp bass. It sounded like a combination chord of sorts. I love how they call it Leslie guitar. You don't see the word Leslie mentioned in credits very often, even though you can usually pinpoint it. Now we go into this really tight part, yeah, with a really driving tempo and just motionless, the lady with her way, standing like a shadow in the garden. Well, real flurry rhythmically, yeah, 4 wallops per bar, really brisk rolls between each figure of 8. Oh, hear that guitar melody, the I just love when melody is used so like sparingly yet effectively. Like that is a great place to put like the ultimate theme of the track, like right as the chorus line is playing out. Oh, I love how the guitar is like accenting between each like lyrical line, yeah, couplet. And that is great, like pre-chorus right there, yeah, that rise in key. Yeah, basically we don't have so much a melody during the verses as we've got like this really brisk, like fast just everyone like in this windy flurry, and it's the cadence itself, the overall rush of it that's very engaging, and the way it rises into the chorus, and then those sustained notes on the choruses as finally the melody actually comes in on the guitar. Yeah. And that was quite a moment right there for the Leslie guitar. And that Spanish guitar from the beginning is making a return, playing against the bass. Except now they've been juxtaposed into the more windy flurry that post-dated their original moment on the album. The song. I just love these details, these nuances, so many different a lot of attention to each part that's put into this. Oh, notice how how the lead guitar and the vocals were kind of like mirroring one another. That guitarist is doing some amazing overdubs on this. If it's just like one guy, I would have swore they had like a twin like lead lineup, but according to the credits. Oh, this drumming is really quite impressive too. Okay, now notice we got that like Spanish guitar. It's coming out of my left speaker, while we got the like kind of like a wah-wah guitar coming out of my right speaker. Oh, I love those dropouts notes and just those moments where they get kind of like fractious, kind of like playing like forming these kind of like demented key centers. I didn't even try and like count it as it went along. I was just like so taken up by the whole windy flurry of it all. A bit of a power chord moment. With kind of like a kind of like reverby.
Tender mouth shows her face her way into the shadows.
Oh, 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6.
She feels flowing to her once more.
Oh, those guitars, they just the guitars just never failed to do something new. It's like it was getting a little bit fuzzier, a little bit treblier right there, a little bit stingier.
She goes the way she moves all night long.
I just love how how so much like they have a song idea and they think let's just maximize it in every way we can in terms of like notes, in terms of like virtuosity, in terms of intricacy, in terms of counterpoint, in terms of sound, in terms of layering. That was Lady with the Veil by Kalevala. And before that, Escape from the Storm, two zingers from their 1972 debut album, People No Names, released that year on Finn Levy. Yeah, and what's some of the other great talent we heard in this? Drums, percussion by Markku Luukkanen, who, let's see, had quite a bit of credits on like Finnish rock albums during the 1970s. Bass guitar, yeah, a lot of really crisp figures in there, ostinatos and so. Lido Salonen, who played on the three Kalevala albums and then some like Finnish pop and rock after that. Vocals, harmonica, percussion. Okay, I didn't really hear any harmonica. Vocals, percussion. Harry Saksala, who went on to went on to a solo career at some point, like later in the decade. Yeah, and was also on that 1970 psych rock album Apollo. Yeah, and yeah, that was another good one. And let's see here. Did our guitar guy? Oh yeah, Matti Kurkinen, who I guess claims all the guitar credits here. Oh no! He died 3 years after this album in a traffic accident. Oh, what a waste. He played on this album. He played on Eero Koivistoinen's Music's Wahoo album. Great album. And he played on the second Kalevala album, Boogie Jungle, but and then was taken from us. Yeah. Very few God. Oh, that is a huge loss. And I guess that's... I guess I mentioned all the bands. Yeah, I mentioned all the members anyway. Yeah, they were a four-piece. Yeah, we had some guests, but not really on the tracks that I was playing. Yeah. Oh. Anyway. Yeah, that's kind of So this video kind of ends on a sad note. I didn't know that. Anyway, yeah, two great songs nonetheless, and I really am glad that he got to be that Matti Kurkinen got to be a part of it, got to leave a record of his wonderful, great, creative, very fluid, very effects-laden, colorful playing. Yeah. For more Rubies and Sapphires from the catalog of Kalevala, see the directory of albums by Finnish artists linked in the description below for Red Hot Tracks and Purples from all three Kalevala albums, as well as other Finnish acts like Haikara, Wigwam, Tassa Valani Presidente, did I say that right? Juka Tolinen, and some of the Juka Haru, Pekka Pajola, yeah, a few that I've done very recently, as a matter of fact, and other acts from Scandinavia, or Finland, not technically part of Scandinavia, but attached to the peninsula. And so you can also find in the seven. It's a directory almost 800 albums strong, and it's also got like hundreds of albums from Sweden, and a bunch from Norway, Denmark, and Iceland. Yeah. Like and subscribe, follow me on social media, and share the video on the music forums and such. And leave a comment if there are any observations you have about the two tracks we just heard, the intensity, the counterpoint, the nuances, the harmonics, the interplay, the sound effects, the pedals used, the just musical nuances and timing of it all, the lyrics to the second track, if you were able to make them out, if you know them, if you have access to the lyric sheet or anything. Just the overall intensity and vibe, your favorite moments and such. And until next time, this is Zaragon, the world's most air travel tram maximalist, signing off.